Jamaican ghost stories that will keep you up at night. A ketch somewhat down a hill. Full story. A little girl born and grew in Brownstown, St. Anne, Jamaica, with her grandparents, sister and cousins. Whenever they ran out of water at home from the tanks, Granny or Grandpa would tell them to get the bottles and go get some water to bathe or cook. One particular evening, at around 6 p.m., it was bright enough to see, but dark enough to know they need to hurry back. Granny called the kids by name and told them to go down a hill foot to catch some water at the pipe. The children took their bottles and head out. It wasn't far from the house and they lived at the top of the hill, so the pipe was all the way to the bottom of the road about 3 neighbors down. But the hill was pretty steep. It was raining earlier, so there was a bit of dew on the leaves and grass.
Follow Jamaican true stories.
The children were excited going down the hill. They laughed, raced, and skipped. Near the foot of the hill was a house on the right. It was unoccupied for years and run down. The little girl always thought that it was a condemned building. No one ever really ventured there. It was looked down upon, and most times they barely gave it any attention on their way down the hill. As they continued, she realized it got dark, but she looked over to the house and saw something strange. By the side of the house, there was a tank. It was a bit short, so if you stood up, it would probably be a bit below knees length. The little girl saw what looked like a man crouched in a canine, animalistic position. It was a slight silhouette, but you could see clearly the entire outline of this creature. She stopped in awe and signaled to her sister and cousin, and they saw what she saw. It was hiding, pulling back when it noticed that they saw it. It seemed as if it was afraid of being caught or seen. It was bald-headed and looked like a humanoid. While everything was scary, what made it even scarier was the fact that it seemed nocturnal, as its eyes lit a bright red in the dark. Illuminated bloody red eyes. They gained the courage to scream, and they ran off fighting their way up the hill with their empty bottles, as they never made it past that house to the pipe. When they got home, shaking and telling Granny, she was furious, thought the children were lying, and sent them back to get the water. The children were so terrified, they went around the back of the house trying to get drops of water from the gutters because they didn't want to go back to the pipe. As the little girl got older, she did a lot of research on what that humanoid creature could be, because what she saw was not a ghost. It seemed tangible, as if it could be touched. It was a creature, but not human. Whatever glitch it made, they saw it, and to this day it haunts the young lady's memory.
Like and follow Jamaican true stories for more.